point. South Africa is not special. It's a country.
It's special, my friend. It's special.
We do agree with you. We didn't say we are special. We never said we are special to you.
So now you don't want me to finish what I'm saying.
Finish,
Please, I want to ask.
Finish up, my
This
brother.
country.
I want to ask South Africa.
Hold on, my
There's a
brother.
question.
Hold on, my brother.
Let Kenny speak, please. Let Kenny speak first.
Let me finish, okay? This country, it is not special. I don't see something special in this country.
We see something special. If you don't see something special, we see something special about our country.
And we believe in it. That's why we don't leave it, because we believe in it.
Hold on.
We will stay here. We're gonna fight whatever
I want to ask,
predicaments that we
please,
face each and every
please,
day.
I want to ask
We'll never
South
go
Africa.
to Zimbabwe.
We're
or
proud of it on top of
Nigeria.
that, guys.
We're gonna
I
stay
want to
here.
ask South Africa.
There's one thing we are proud of it.
Questions.
Can I finish?
Please, why do you describe a pleasure for unaliving your black brothers?
No, don't we don't have pleasure in unaliving our brothers and sisters, but you can't paint every person who lives in South Africa with the same brush. It's not.
Thank
it's
you
not
very much.
true.
Thank
it's
you,
not
my
fair.
guy.
And when you go to Nigeria,
my brother.
there are people.
You know that
There are criminals who are doing.
I'm here in Berlin. I have helped about 5 South Africa, 2 ladies and 3 men. The 3 men are from Cape Town, while the lady they're from Dubai. So
how many Nigerians that are killing people in South Africa? How many Nigerians that are killing people in South Africa?
Listen, bro. You people unalive our people, and we are seeing them. Do you know that if you want to retaliate, you will not be seeing your people?
My brother, don't come here and lie. I never killed no one. Okay?
You people here. Some of you here, you are just talking nonsense. Because you are not
talking nonsense. You are talking nonsense. How many Nigerians that are killing people here in Nigeria?
What would that bring? Why don't you feel them? Black brother?
Why are you unaliving your own image, your own black color? I want to know. Because I'm helping about 5 South Africa here. I don't care where they come from. But why are you unaliving Nigeria, Togo, Cameroon, Senegal, those kind your own brothers? Why? If they commit sin or they commit crime, why can't you just hand over them to police?
Who killed who?
The way you are doing
Who
now,
killed who?
It's no longer funny.
Do you have any evidence of
because if we
what you're talking about?
Listen, you motherfucker.
He's not addressing only
See now. You are insulting me now.
You don't allow me to talk.
Close this live.
You are insulting me now.
My brother, you will not be seen.
My friend.
Listen,
My friend.
if we start our own,
Now, why are you
we share
insulting
South
me?
Africa, we will not be seeing them.
My friend.
The Nigeria you are on alive there, we are still seeing their dead bodies.
But you are insulting me.
The whole South Africa dead body, nobody will see them.
Mr.
My
Ambrose.
brother,
My friend,
you can't insult
Stop
me.
insulting
Okay?
people.
No, now you
insult
You know how many South Africa? You know how many? There's one of the lady here when she's she's seeing her monthly side.
You know, if
She's not my girlfriend. She's
if
not
you
my
continue
relative.
to insult me,
I
I'm
know
not gonna
how
listen
I've
to you.
invested in this
Okay?
lady. She's here.
No,
My guy.
Where are you? Where did you find
need to have a
the pleasure?
constructive conversation right now.
My brother.
Where
This
did
guy
you
is
find
calling me
pleasure
a motherfucker.
of unaliving your own skin?
Oh, Chief.
Are you guys okay?
I'm saying, do you have
Chief.
any evidence of what you are talking about?
My guy.
Do you have
2 weeks, I mean 3 weeks ago.
My brother,
There was
the
2
evidence
Nigeria. They on alive
just
in South Africa.
generalizing here and talking like
People, your brothers here, they are begging. They are saying they are.
Chief.
Why? You have India there. You have those Musungu there.
But if there is evidence,
Listen.
if you want evidence, you can
Listen.
see now. I have
Listen.
videos. I have videos I can
Well,
post.
you on alive.
but you must leave then. Leave South Africa then.
You on alive Congo.
Go to your country.
You on
then.
alive Nigeria. Just like that.
But
Are
go
you guys
to your
okay? Are you a
countries.
cannibal?
Why don't you leave
Chief.
South Africa then?
Chief.
We can't
Because it's not a safe place for you.
Sorry,
You must
guys.
go.
I am in Berlin, motherfucker.
No, Chief. Can I just
Your
address
brothers that are here, what do they
just a
want?
second.
South Africa.
Sorry,
What is
Tell
South
them to
Africa?
leave. We
Sorry,
want
I
them
will
to
not
go.
pay a
They
dime.
must go
Listen to me.
away. Because this
I
is
will
not a
not
safe
pay.
place for
Listen
them.
to me, you
They must
woman man.
leave.
Sorry,
You
man.
woman
Chief.
man. I will not pay a dime to come to South Africa.
Chief.
A dime. What am
No,
I
wait.
doing there?
No, my brother, just give me a sec before I leave, right? I understand that the brother is very angry, and
What is
I
all
know.
this?
No way.
Let me, you are analyzing your own,
Why do you want to cry?
No, Chief, you
You
need
guys
to
are
relax, man.
motherfuckers. You are
No.
punkers.
Some reason I don't understand. But anyway, I just want to say this before we go, guys. I mean, if we're having a proper conversation here where we're building each other.
Yeah.
And then this man,
Yes.
the way he's emotional, he doesn't help the situation because we need to understand we are human beings. We are very territorial. If I'm a South African, I'm gonna protect South Africa at all costs. You know, if he's a Nigerian,
Yes, yes.
protect Nigeria. I don't know. I'm assuming
on a your own skin,
my brother,
or your own
wait.
skin
You have
color.
proof
No,
for
my
that.
brother, wait. My brother, wait.
Busy crying. Do you have evidence?
Shut
Now
up,
you're swearing
this
us.
woman.
And it would even be discussed, and they would say, like, we need a black person, or we need a black woman, or we need, and then they would be handed these opportunities on a silver platter. So that is why it's very questionable whether it's 100% their own hard work, or if that other part, like the other, whether they were also given that just because they are being used as tokens. So to me, that is also something for us to be cognizant of. Because I just feel, I'm sure you can understand, like, a lot of it is not very ethical even. And I'm sure you'd understand how the world, the business world work, out there, nothing is 100% ethical, so even Nigerians too, if they are in, high up places up there, just know that it wasn't, 100% their own hard work. They had to be shady in some way, they had to be unethical, and they had to collude with the Mzungus, as I said. And that is what usually happens on a daily basis. So when they come on here and say, Nigerians are the most successful, we need to also consider the fact that they are overrepresented, number one, like I said. And number two, we also have to take into consideration, how did they get there? They got there, because of the fact that, the Mzungus used them for convenience, and, they used them as, as a token for equity and for representation and so forth. And in turn, Nigerians got to where they are, those who claim to be very successful. So that is why also, when they talk about success, we need to define what success, what do you mean by success? Because success is very subjective. It can mean different things to different people. So, so that's just what I wanted to say. I wouldn't say that all Nigerians are bad people, but I do understand where, South Africans are coming from, when they do say that, they do not want to be associated with Nigerians. Thank you.
Unshaken, did you want to get a question in before I also quickly just have a say?
Yes, I just wanted to ask one question to say that, do you not think then that, this representation is also what, I guess, fuels, this disputes between us and them? Because for a very long time, they were the face or the beginning and the end of what it meant to be African. But now that we are on the come up and we're saying, we are on the come up and we actually don't need you guys to bring us up. Like, we're good, we're confident in what we can do and in what we are able to bring to the world. And maybe that's also what makes them feel unsettled, because also we need to be very honest, Nigerians love a good rags to riches story. They're just like Americans. They have a savior complex unless they can say that they've helped you get to where you are, then it bothers them that you would be able to go as far as you would be able to go to without their help. So would you not think that maybe that's also the reason why this fight is particularly against us as South Africans? I'm like, out of 54 countries, everyone wants to do their own thing and everyone wants to represent their own country in the global stage in the way that they feel best. But for whatever reason, the attacks always seem to be against us because, I don't know, because we have just chosen to brand ourselves the way that we can when we're saying we actually don't need you guys to go to go far. We can even go further than you guys have been able to go, and we don't need your help in doing that. So it bothers them because, like I said earlier in my earlier submission, when they look at South Africans, they always assume this older sibling role, and they don't understand that how can the younger sibling be so excellent and be so good at all the things we've been trying to be good at for all these years. That's my question. Yeah.
I think absolutely, you hit the nail on the head, because I think a lot of it is the fact that they see South Africa as a threat. You must remember, South Africa, is a very young democracy, and also the fact that, South Africa is actually the example, for the developing world in terms of how a democracy should be and should function. Also, South Africa, if you look there, South Africa is both politically and economically sound. Compared to other African nations. And so, when you look at all these things, also look during COVID, South Africa was actually at the forefront of actually leading the COVID pandemic. South African scientists discovered, a lot of those, COVID strains and genomes and so forth. And so, that contribution that South Africa has, that South Africa has provided the world with, is something that Nigerians, when they look at it, it's something that sort of like unsettles them, or, rather makes them feel a bit insecure. And so, yes, I would say yes. There is a level of insecurity. And I was just listening, last night on one of the lives there was this Nigerian lady that was saying that, her understanding is she mentioned that, if someone comes to South Africa, so say for instance, a Nigerian comes to South Africa and they acquire South African nationality, then they are South African, and, they are equal to South African, they have all the rights and everything. I think that is right to an extent, but what I would say is that, for someone there's a difference between acquiring a nationality, so that would be, you become naturalized as a South African, or you have South African citizenship by descent or by birthright. So there's this nuance, because, what a lot of people don't understand, and I think Nigerians in particular, if a Nigerian becomes a South African citizen and he does something wrong, South Africa has got the right to revoke his citizenship, because that citizenship has been acquired through naturalization. But you, like Unshaken, or anyone else who's South African by descent, South African citizenship is your birthright, and nobody can ever take that away from you. So no matter what you do, you cannot be stripped of your South African citizenship, because it is your birthright. And so this is what a lot of Nigerians can't understand. So there's a lot of distinct nuances. Yes, you will still be regarded as a South African citizen by naturalization, but they're just there are these nuances, like that's one. The other one is also there are certain roles that that will only be afforded to those who have citizenship through descent, and so. And these are the things that people don't understand. It is actually quite unfortunate, and they would come onto these platforms and they'll just talk and give misleading information without really informing themselves very well. So what I would say is that we still have a long way to go. And unfortunately, I don't know if this issue will be, will be resolved, in the next couple of months or even in the next couple of years, because it seems like, it is a very complex issue. One can also understand, I can also understand from the Nigerian perspective because of all the, you know, all the social ills or all the, you know, the issues that they have in their country, you know, why that would sort of like spill over onto other nations or like to other places like South Africa, because
you are right, sis. Ngiyaxolisa ukukuphazamisa sanibona nonke.